We're off and running.
This is Donna. I can say for the fellow who asked about Synaptive, I've been taking it for about a month, and I can now walk into a room and know why I'm there.
Oh my goodness!
You walk into a room and forget why you did that.
I'm glad you reminded me of that, Wayne, because I had a couple bottles, and I definitely, because I'm getting on a regimen, I'm getting with the the weight loss pack, and I'm ordering a mega pack for the whole deal. But I have my ASAP already, so I'm excited about doing the whole routine.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited.
Well, are you ready to get started, Melina?
You got it.
Oh, thanks for coming on the Thursday Night Team Aloha, guys. And I would like to recognize, our inspiring Senior Vice Chairman Marketing Director, Melina Briggs. Melina Briggs reached Senior Vice Chairman Marketing Director in 2 years. She is very dedicated and worked very hard to reach her rank and to reach goals. And she inspires others to reach their goals. Melina has become, I believe, a rock star with longevity and is one of my mentors. And she has become such a good friend over the course of meeting her in the last year. And I'm always learning from Melina, and she has inspired me in a lot of ways to become a better person. So here is our Senior Vice Chairman Marketing Director, Melina Briggs.
Thank you, Cindy, and you inspire me, and I'm just so grateful for you and for doing that for me every week, and you're just such a blessing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So thanks all for being here. I'm really excited about today's call because Donna is just so special to me, and I just want to tell you guys how diligent this woman is. And she reminds me of me when I got started, because if you tell her to do something, you don't have to tell her twice. She goes and does it. And if she doesn't know how to do it, she'll do it over and over again until she does, or she'll call you over and over again until she figures out how to do it. But I love it. And the same with, I was talking to Mo the other day, and Mo said, that Donna is such a gem, and nobody could do Mo's voice better. Well, besides Mo, Al can do Mo's voice almost better than Mo can. But Mo was saying, Donna is just an amazing woman, because she had this illness, and she just tenaciously went after things that were going to help her get better. And whatever anybody told her, she didn't even ask twice. She just went out and did it. She had heard, I think, Glidden say she needed to get some beet juice, and then Mo said, "Oh, do you remember Glidden said you needed some beet juice?" She had already doing it, and it's awesome when somebody takes it and runs with it like that, and they own it. They own their own life. They own their own health. They own their own success. Donna built to senior executive marketing director. It took her a few months, but when she decided to do it, she pulled together and did it. And I know that, anybody who spent any time around Donna at convention or at Summit said that woman is on the phone with her customers all the time. And now, what's happening is she's attracting distributors, and she's converting people into distributors. She's converting customers into distributors because of how diligent she is and how dedicated she is, and what people see in her they want. And it's very attractive, Donna, and to see how much you've changed and grown over the past few months, spending time with you and getting to know you better. I'm just so excited to have you on the call, and I'm just so grateful for your healing, and I'm so grateful that you're going to share it with us. And so without any further ado, I just want to introduce you, because I really think it's just such a tremendous story. I want there to be enough time for you to tell us what happened from start to finish, and for us to have a lot of questions and answers afterwards. So I just thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'm just so grateful that you're healthy and we can all celebrate with you now. So thanks so much, Donna. Are you there?
Oh my goodness, I'm humbled by all of that.
I love you
amazing.
so much.
Thank you so much for that. That's a wonderful introduction. I'm almost speechless. But I'll get started here. I'm blushing. To start off, in 2010 or 2012, sorry, I got bad news that I had hepatitis C, and at that time there was no cure, no hope in sight for me. They said that we've got a protocol, for you. You can take these injections. They're horrible injections. It's basically putting poison in your system that's going to make you sick. You're not going to have any energy. You might not be able to work. And you have to do this for 18 months. And I said, okay, and if I do that, I'm going to be cured, right? They said, well, there's a 50-50 shot. So you're going to do this for 18 months, and maybe it won't do any good at all. So I declined. I said, I'm not putting poison in my system, especially if it's not guaranteed to work, because I've got to work and support myself, and I have a quality of life that I'm just not going to give up. And so I would rather just, die a natural death and be, done with it. But after that, 2 years after that, Harvani came out. Gilead, which is a local company here, invented a drug called Harvani, which is an oral capsule. And I tried to get it on clinical trials earlier and was not able to do it. And I knew I was on a timeline because they told me I had about 2 years before my liver would give out. And unfortunately, my insurance covered it because it was an oral drug and not an injection. $94,000 protocol for 3 months. And within 1 month, my hepatitis C was non-detected. So I was elated. I thought, wow, I beat it. I beat the hepatitis C. But then I went back for a checkup, and they said, well, your hepatitis C is gone, but your liver is you still have a fatty liver and liver fibrosis. And so we'll just keep monitoring that. Just continue to eat healthy, and hopefully it will go away. Well, 6 months ago, it increased to stage 4 fibrosis. Now, I have been on longevity. In April, it was a year, so a year and a half I've been on longevity, and it was still getting worse. So working with Melina and with Mo and everybody in the world I could talk to, I just started digging in and trying to find out what else I could do, because my doctor, my specialist, my liver Stanford specialist, said the only hope that you have is, because you're going to outlive your liver, the only hope you have is to lose weight. And I said, I've already lost a ton of weight. I've lost a total of 45 pounds now. I said, I'm skin and bones. That's not working. And he said, well, it's a fatty liver, so if you lose the fat, your liver will be fine. So I stomped out of his office, told him he was an idiot, and buckled down. And I walked out of his office 3 times. I was furious.
I don't doubt that you told him he was an idiot, Donna.
Yeah. Told him to go back to school and study nutrition because I know there's a better way. So I was fortunate enough to listen to Mo, and he got me in touch with Ben Fuchs. And so Ben Fuchs got me on the Fucoid Z, the bioluminescence, and the herbal rainforest. And Mo and I worked on some other things with Dr. Axe. So I've got the beet crystals and the collagen to clean out the intestines and the bone broth. I've also done, again, Mo, thank you, Mo, colonics. I don't know, nobody ever talks about colonics, but I did 5 colonics cleaning out my intestines so I could absorb, because I think Melina and we agreed that I was not absorbing anything. And so I cleaned out my intestines, and now I'm absorbing better. And I'm here to tell you that 6 months after the doctor told me I was going to outlive my liver, I had an ultrasound on Friday, and the radiologist didn't want to let me off the table. He said, I have not seen pictures like this since I got out of school. He said, you are the one we dream of. You are like a baby. Your organs are like a baby's organs. We can see the layers. We can see the definition. Everything is normal. He even turned the monitor around so that I could see it. And he was pointed out, the different layers and how everything was just, he said it's all normal. Everything is normal compared to 6 months ago with stage 4 fibrosis. So, and he was so impressed.
And I told you, I told you he was trying to hit on you because you said hot organs.
It's true, but he's so impressed with what had happened, and of course the whole time I'm talking to him about longevity, and so we're going to be bringing him on board pretty soon as well. So, and today I did a foot bath detox to pull all the heavy metals out of your body. You can, through your feet, and that was pretty amazing in itself. So I highly recommend colonics for anyone over 50 and the foot bath detox. But I'm here to tell you that longevity works. Longevity is working.
Yeah, sometimes you have to chase after it a little bit harder. I mean, some people have to chase after it harder than other people. Some people notice an immediate result, and they're really great with absorption and their first few. I've had people in their first dose of Tangy Tangerine notice a difference, or their first dose of OsteoFX notice a difference. But some people it takes like chasing after it like you did, and you got rewarded for it. I mean, for being so diligent, Donna, you were rewarded for it, for not giving up, and it's amazing. And that's how you went after your business as well. And did you guys hear when she was talking about being on that table doing the MRI? I know how she said, well, of course I'm talking about longevity the whole time. How many of us can say that? How many of us can say that if we were at an MRI talking to, having worried about what they're going to find and everything, and the guys there looking at our organs, and we were on death's doorstep a few months back, and then we're just preaching about longevity. I mean, how many of us are that tenacious with our longevity business and spreading Dr. Wallach's message? She is, and she's getting rewarded for it, and her business is growing and exploding. Listen to the story she's got now. It's just tremendous, and wow. So I totally advocate colonics, and that's one thing Mo said as well, is as soon as Dr. Glidden, I think it was, that said, colonics, or maybe it was Mo said colonics, you went out and got a series of colonics. And most of you don't know, I used to be a colon hydrotherapist for a short period of time back in the day. And so I totally understand the value of colonics. And what Linda Allen, her husband, Don, same kind of thing. He wasn't absorbing. He wasn't realizing the benefits of the product so much. And Dr. Glidden, they got with Dr. Glidden personally, and Dr. Glidden said to do a series of colonics, and Don did the colonics because he's much like Donna, and now it's such improvement, just vast improvement, because we do have to, it's not about what you take, it's about what you absorb, like Dr. Wallach says. So awesome testimony. I'm just so happy for you, Donna. Do you have anything else to say, and then we'll open it up for Q&A, because I know there are some people who are dealing with liver issues, and some other people who have friends and family dealing with liver issues.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Could you tell us a little bit about what you think might have brought it on?
The hepatitis C. I'm from an era in the 50s. They would line us up in school in the back of the room, and they would just line us up and give us all of our vaccinations, and they would just go down the line with the same bottle of vaccine and the same needle for all of us.
Oh my God.
So that's
Wow.
why there's an epidemic of hepatitis C today. They're finally just realizing that this is all just now coming out. So we've been carrying this, and our body has been able to fight it off for all of these years. And then I just went through a divorce 2 years ago. So the stress of that and working so many jobs, trying to now, the stress brought it out, and I just started getting all these symptoms. Yeah, my system was compromised, and so when I finally got some testing, they said, unbelievably, you've got hepatitis C, and it's like, where did you get that? And it's like, well, you tell me. Where would I get hepatitis C? And he said,
so
well,
the hepatitis C is what led you to, like, the end result of that. The residual was the fatty liver when that was
right.
gone.
It compromises your liver. That's why everybody, but when you're dying of hepatitis C, your body gets jaundice and turns yellow because your liver is giving out. Your liver gives out, and you turn yellow. And so that's where I was headed. And I just wasn't gonna take the poison that they were offering at the time. And luckily, they've come out with new drugs. And as much as I don't like to take drugs, this one worked. And now to fix my liver, it didn't fix my liver. It just got rid of the hepatitis C virus. So I've loaded myself up with everything longevity has for the liver. I've got the herbs. I've got the Beyond Organic, the liquid milk thistle and turmeric. I'm taking enzymes for my digestion to be sure I can absorb it. I even take the sweeties just to regulate blood sugar. I've got the Glucoid Z, the bioluminescence, selenium, heptol. I've even tried carnivora.
Wow.
Everything, anything. There are no holds barred here. I'm taking it all.
It's truly amazing at how the body, its recuperative properties that can bring you back if you give it the right stuff,
And it did it in 6 months because I was getting, as I said, I've been a year and a half on longevity, but my liver was getting worse. And so by working with Ben Fuchs and with Mo, and changing my diet, because I did have a few things in there that were not right. I was not totally gluten-free, and I was still having some sugar, with the dried fruit. I thought I was eating healthy sugar, but it's still sugar. Honey and the dried fruit is concentrated sugar. And I think on one of the other calls that I did, with the team calls, I mentioned that I had worked with Ben Fuchs and that I was getting dizzy and I had headaches. And that's what it was I had cold turkey, stopped taking the dried fruit, absolutely not a drop of sugar anywhere, and my body was going through withdrawals. So it took 2 weeks to get over that.
Wow. I remember you talking to me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I'll tell you what, I got to interject on that one because this week I knew that you were going to be doing this testimony, and Netflix has a documentary on there about sugar that just came out. It was a new release, and this doctor is just like a Dr. Wallach. He is an advocate going against the big industries about sugar and how we were brought up on this. They show babies blowing the birthday candles out and things like that. But he highlights the fact that, like, how orange juice, how many oranges it takes, how much sugar that is. And my son even did a thing at school comparing Coke to apple juice. And there was literally no difference in the amount of sugar. So sugar is sugar, but the natural sugar is glucose, which our whole body burns. But the fructose is what the liver concentrates on and causes fatty liver, and that's how they make frogois. It's a goose delicacy. It's a French cuisine delicacy. What they do is force feed the geese sugar, and it gives them a fatty liver, and that's supposed to be, taste delicious in a dish. But that's exactly what we're doing to our children in this country from the time they have their first birthday. And truly, sugar is an unbelievable poison. That was my next question. Were you having any sugar up to the point? And you answered it for me. That's one of the things you totally didn't eliminate from your diet.
Right, and I thought I was eating good sugar, with honey and just
right.
the fruit, but it was no good. It was no good. So now, I mean, every label I'm checking, if there's more than 5 grams of sugar in it, I don't eat it.
Yes.
And no bananas. Bananas are high in sugar, and mangoes and grapes. So that's
but that is the type of sugar, though, that our whole body can burn off. It doesn't concentrate in the liver. And for those of us that are overweight, I mean, yeah, you do. You're trying to recover from fatty liver, no doubt. But I'm just saying that when we find ourselves being overweight, we think we're eating healthy, like super fruits, like you said. When we're trying to lose weight, if the liver can't process the sugar, well, actually, all of the fructose goes right to the liver. And when it gets overloaded, it turns it into fat. And that's where the excess weight, instead of the juices, natural fruits, our whole body burns it off. Our muscles, our brain, our thinking, just every organ can burn that. It's not concentrated in the liver. But, wow.
Wow.
Hey, Donna.
This is Melina. Oh, go ahead. Who's that?
No, this is Cindy. I just wanted to really congratulate her for sticking this out, because this is what really shows you that getting the right stuff in really is the key to getting ourselves there. So she probably spent way less than what she would with health care, which health care would have never gotten her anywhere.
$94,000.
Well, yep, that's exactly right. And this doesn't cost. So when people say this is expensive, your life, $94,000 for something that is never going to reverse her disease or help support her bodies to fix itself, compared to maybe $5,000 in products maybe over time, over probably the last year, maybe a little bit more. You just look at that and just go, wow, this is so much more worth spending than this, and I still have to pay health insurance that's not even going to get me in the right direction, and this is making me head in the right direction. So congratulations with just sticking with it, Donna, and that's what the key is too, especially with people like you that have had major challenges. And if you stick with it, it just proves to you over time it does help, and it does do the right thing for us. So congratulations.
Thank you.
It's just awesome.
Amen.
That's coming from someone who knows. Because those of you who don't know, Cindy had an extreme illness as well, and she was extremely tenacious, just like Donna, and went after it. And that's what it takes, you guys. Donna, I wanted to ask you, how else has this helped you in your life? So this was a health transformation, but it doesn't seem like it was only your health that was transformed. So how else did this change your life?
Oh my! I mean, it's just I'm just on a cloud still. I'm still pinching myself, when I think about it, and I just get all goosebumps and tingly, just realizing that I now have a normal liver, and I did it. I wasn't going to take no for an answer from a doctor that told me to lose weight, and it's just given me more tenacity, to move forward and to spread the word that, we can change our lives. You got to get that message out there that we don't have to be a victim. We don't have to just give up and say, well, I've got hepatitis C or I've got a disease and, oh, well, there's nothing I can do, or take, the doctor's advice. You don't have to do that. You got to take charge of your own life and make it happen.
Going from staring at death's door, all the way having a hope for a greater future. I mean, that's as wide of a swing that you can get. Like Mo would say, you had the hounds barking at the door.
Yeah, I mean, it was a done deal. You know, they told me I've got 2 years, and so it's like, okay, great. You know, now
Wow.
what? And they said, well, there's nothing. You know, we'll just keep monitoring you, and if you know when you get down to the worst, then we'll put you on a transplant list, and maybe we can get you another liver, and maybe your body will accept it. And it's like, you know, that's not where we're going.
Praise the Lord!
I'm just not going for that. And so I talk to everybody and listen to everybody, and I'm willing to try anything and everything, you know, on a naturopathic level. And, you know, I know that we're in the Garden of Eden, and that plants and, you know, vegetables and fruits and everything is here. Everything is here on this planet to make us well. We've just got to be able to access the right ones in the right amount, and Dr. Wallach has done that for us. And so I'm here to spread the word.
Awesome. I love what you said. You said, I'm well, and I did it, right? How empowering that is. And that's what Dr. Wallach's message is all about, a message of empowerment. And so you embody it. You embody that message. So thank you, Donna. Anybody else have any questions or comments for Donna?
Hi, this is Steven.
Hey, Steven.
Lena, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Aloha, Steven. Steven's calling in from Kailua, Hawaii.
Kailua, right. Imua. I just want to congratulate Donna, too. I know what it's like, you know. Well, I never had cancer, but I don't intend to have it. But, I mean, what you went through, and it's a good thing. It seems like the only real friends are in longevity, you know. It's good to have friends, you know. Because what I went through,
I care about you. We're all caring. We care about each other.
Yeah, it's like some people, they don't appreciate what I've done, you know, what I've gone through. But now I'm enjoying life, you know. I just want to prove it to people, you know. I can dance, I can sing. It took me a while to sing again, you know, but yeah, I can do all this stuff. It's just, praise God, you know. So I just wanted to say that. Congratulations, you go, girl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. That's awesome.
G'day, Donna. This is Jamel.
Stephen is our resident. Sorry, Jamel. Stephen's our resident Elvis impersonator, and he gets it down. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him.
Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, baby.
Thank you very much.
We'll have fun someday, I know.
Hey, well, Melina.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to interject something here at this point because, number one, I think that Marvin Roth, the 9-4 Health website, this testimony has got to be on it for everybody to hear, to click on the link, you know, with the link of testimonies. That would be awesome. And number two is that's the whole reason for this call on Thursday night, right there. Donna, you just epitomized one of the reasons why this is where you want to bring all of your new people that just experienced longevity for the first time, so that we can get a wealth testimony, health testimony. And this builds the faith of people, because there's a lot of times when people aren't getting the results right away, and there's a lot of internal work that they have to do themselves. And it does take a tenacity and intestinal fortitude, no pun intended, but we do have to get back on track in so many ways. But that's what this call is. It's a team. There's a lot of love, and this is our lifeline. This is connected to the vine. So
it's true. It's true.
And everybody on the calls.
But Mo is really got the right on, you know, about the absorption issues, you know, and that's what my problem was, because my liver was not allowing me to absorb things. And so with Noah's help, you know, getting, you know, the enzymes and, you know, getting my stomach, you know, acid, you know, at the right pH, and getting everything, you know, the biosalts and all of that really, really works. So anybody over 50, we've all, you know, spent our whole lives eating junk food and bread and, you know, all the wrong things. And it's,
right.
You know, until you can get that flushed out with the colonics and with the enzymes, you know, you're not going to be absorbing all of these nutrients, and then you're not going to make a difference. So,
right.
Very important.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Donna. Is Mo out there, by the way?
Donna, this Mo, can I?
Mo!
There he is.
I've been just sitting in the wings here, admiring Donna, and I must admit she's amazing. But I want to share a couple things, because every time Donna calls,
hey, before we start sharing, Mo, if there's anybody out there, could you check your star 6? We're getting a lot of background noise there. It'll be greatly appreciated. Go ahead, Mo.
Whenever Donna calls me and says, I'm going in for more tests, I just cringe, because these guys, you know, like Doc says, somebody ought to go to jail. They have nothing to contribute. And now, well, I guess they did contribute a little bit. For $94,000, they did keep her around for a while. But if I don't know if Vicky's on the line or not, but I mean, this does not normally happen. You know, when people are not coming back, this is a death sentence what Donna has went through. And so for a lot of our new people, it's kind of hard to separate where the BS stops and starts, because, you know, everything, you know, nobody really, does stuff really work? Well, I'm here to say it does work. And basically what Donna did is that she's been working with me on this, and 3 years ago I didn't even know what gluten was. So what Donna and I represent here, and Melina and everybody, what we're doing here, this is exactly what Glidden is talking about, a coalition of the informed, because we're not doctors. We don't want to be doctors. And Donna calls me and says, okay, what are we going to do? And I said, well, we're going to support the structure and function of the body. And since your liver is compromised, you got plenty of company there. We're going to flood your body with bile salts. So we started with bile salts. And then we said, hey, it's not what you take, it's what you absorb. Then the other thing, we started working with the stomach acid. And the other thing that Glidden is always talking about is we nutrify and we detoxify. So part of the detoxification for everybody that comes on here is the 12 bad foods. That starts it. But I mean, most of the people that come to us are like Donna. We're in various stages. We have been absorbing food for a long time, and we have all the chronic diagnoses to back that up. So what does that mean? That means your colon is plugged. And then also that means most of us are dealing with fatty livers, and we're dealing with plugged gallbladders. So what Don and I, we just said, hey, we don't have time to waste. Let's do the colonics. In this sense, this is where Don comes to the fore. There's a lot of people out there, you know, they're in trouble, but not everybody. The Bible says who you find. Donna is a teacher. She was looking. We've got the tools. We have to make sure we use them properly. And you know, like, who's out there doing colonics? You know, Donna she's got 3 jobs, folks. She is doing everything. But I mean, wow, what a student! Everybody should have her in her downline. And so I'm just twofold. Two things here. One is you can have confidence that what Doc is saying works, because everybody says, does this stuff really work? Well, it does. And Donna Garland has got a new liver, and I don't know where you can find that. And the other thing is that both Donna and I, we're new to it. We don't have any expertise in our resume. We've learned this. We've just learned how to use the tools that our Mount Rushmore talking about, and that is we don't need doctors. We need to support the structure of the body. The healer here to give the body what it takes, and it absorbs. It will heal itself. Donna Garland is living proof of that. Donna, you're a sweetheart.
Thank you, Mo. Thanks for all of your support. You've been there. You've been there for me, and I really appreciate it.
Barry and Thompson.
Awesome. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions or comments for Donna? Thanks, Mo. We love you.
Yeah. G'day, Donna. It's Jamil in Sydney.
Hey, Jamil.
Aloha, Jamel.
Hey, what longevity products are you currently taking now, if you want to share with the group?
Yeah. Have I got a list? Start out with the Healthy Body Bone and Joint Pack because my bones, since my liver was preventing me from absorbing calcium, my bones were getting weak. So I take the Bone and Joint Pack plus the BTT tabs for extra ORAC. The Heptol from Almond Burst. Selenium, 2 bottles of selenium a month, 2 bottles of Fucoid Z per month. Biolumin Nightly Essence. Herbal Rainforest, 2 bottles per month. The herbs I take were for under my, the drops under your tongue are the liver and gallbladder and the bone and tissue support. Beyond Organic, the milk thistle and turmeric, it's a liquid. Enzymes and sweeties. And plus I'm taking I take Sam E. That's, you can get at the drugstore. Dr. Axe's collagen for the intestinal, support, the bone broth, and the beet crystals that Dr. Glidden recommends.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Wow.
Yeah.
But is there anything you're not taking?
I don't think so. And that's what I said. Anything and everything that helps the liver or bones, it's on my list. Absolutely.
Thank you, Jamel. Does yeah. Anybody else have any questions or comments for Donna?
Long live Donna!
I'll meet you too, Al.
We love you, Donna.
Oh, I love all of you too. You're awesome. I've appreciated everybody's support through these times, and I really thought I was on death's door there. And so I'm just, I was even crying on Melina's shoulder. It's like, what am I doing wrong? And it's finally kicked in. It took a while, but perseverance, and I just wasn't going to give up. I couldn't give up. If I gave up, I knew I was going to die. So I knew that I could do it.
Mannix to the rescue.
Yes, Mannix to the rescue. It's really been the difference. Mo has really made the difference. I really want to comment on that because I was taking, the basics, the Healthy Body Start Pack, and it just was not absorbing. And it's like, why is this not working? And Mo is the one that changed all that. He's, this is why you're not absorbing, and this is what we got to do. And it worked.
I was talking with Mo. Hey, I was talking with Mo the other day, Donna, and it just occurred to me, like when he was talking about, this person, that person, about the different, and going into health, that the man is more results oriented than these doctors are. These doctors are just going through, as scheduled appointments throughout the day. At the end of the day, they're tallying up, how many prescriptions they wrote, whatever they did. But Mo is sticking with a project. There's really no time. Time isn't of the essence because he wants to figure it out, get it done, work with the person. He does a better job than a professional MD when it comes to getting to the bottom of something,
He spends time. Mo has sent me so many videos that have just made so much sense. He spends all of his spare time looking at videos. I just know it. And the videos that he sent have made a difference. That you can, on the testimony to say that it's made a difference, and I can't thank him enough.
Joe has a layman's practice of a results-oriented practice, and the medical industry doesn't have that. It's not results-oriented.
Right. I just want to say for any of you listening out there wondering, oh, well, I wish I lived by these guys so I could plug into what they're doing. You know what? We all live thousands of miles away from each other, and most of us never knew each other before Youngevity. So you've got Al in Pennsylvania, you've got Donna in Northern California, you've got Mo in Nevada, you've got Cindy in Montana, you've got me in Hawaii, and Jamel in Australia, and this is how we plug in.
Mate,
Rob Chahal in Canada.
Rob Chahal in Canada. I mean, everybody who is on the line. We have people all over the country. So it's not about being physically together. It's about really communing on these calls, on the webinars, coming to the events. I really hope all of you plan to come to Utah because it's such an amazing time and experience to come together and be able to spend that time together at these events. I think you can all agree we had such a great time in Southern California just recently at Summit, and it's more than worth it because the people on this phone line care for you more than anybody else in this world, pretty much. This is your family. The people that Youngevity attracts is a really high caliber of people just wanting to help other people, and this network marketing company is different. If you look at Dr. Wallach, it's like attracts like, and look at Dr. Wallach, and that's the kind of people that are attracted to Youngevity, or people like Dr. Wallach. And I'm just so blessed with our team to have just such an amazing group of people that are all propping each other up and congratulating each other and celebrating each other's successes and just helping each other across the line. Because Donna is not in Mo's downline, but Mo, you couldn't put a price tag on how you feel the reward for helping Donna. I mean, you just couldn't. So I want to encourage you guys to plug in. Yeah, plug into our team, plug into Youngevity, come to the event, and it will enrich your life in every way possible.
Melina,
I'm sorry, I cut in. Jamel was saying something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just let everybody know we've got the first Australian convention, and we've got Stephen and Michelle Wallach confirmed the 3rd to the 5th of November at SeaWorld on the Gold Coast, and this is going to be huge. This is Australia really taking off. So, hey, Al, we could do with another senior vice chair guest speaking. So, would you like to come to that?
Oh, you're speaking my language, mate.
So
and plus, what about our friend down in Hollywood?
Yes, they can all come. I put the flyer up on teamg'day.com. Just go to the events page and you'll see Melina's events. She's coming to Sydney, and we're doing 2 events this week coming up. So the 3rd to the 5th of November is the Australian one. There you go.
Happening, Harry gonna go? I'm there.
I hope so.
Oh yeah. Hey, and one more thing I gotta add. This convention that we're having this fall is super special because we are going to get to tour the mine prior to the convention, Dr. Wallach's mineral mine.
The mineral mine tour is sold out, Al.
What?
It's sold out.
It's sold out.
What do you mean sold out? It's 100 freaking square miles.
How
can it be sold out?
What they have is sold out. They put it on the website, and within 2 hours it was sold out.
Oh my goodness!
Well, somebody who has connections better get on the horn and get us a Team Aloha Mineral Mine tour.
Yeah, we got to do this. You know what? I'm going to call Marvin Robb. I'll bet there's a way that we can do that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yes. If we have enough of us, which we will, maybe Marvin Robb will do a private tour for us.
I actually think that the Utah mine is in Marvin Robb's backyard. He sends a lot of blooming minerals around.
Awesome. Well, get us in there. Get us in there, Al.
Okay, I'm going to talk to him.
It depends on you.
All right.
Wow.
Anybody else have any questions or comments for Donna? Anyone? Or for anything? I mean, if you have questions about anything or comments? Anyone?
I think that's a wrap, Melina.
All right, everybody. Donna, we appreciate you so much and love you so much, and we celebrate your success with you and your health and your empowerment, and I've just seen you change so much in every way since I met you, and I'm just so grateful to know you and to be able to call you friend. And thank you so much for being so transparent and sharing with us. We really appreciate it. I'm sure you're going to bless thousands of people because this is being recorded, and it will be posted on our Vimeo and YouTube channel. So you can search Aloha Longevity on YouTube now and see our new YouTube channel. So much aloha, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Love you guys. Good night.
Mahalo.
Thank you so much.
Aloha.
Oh, boy.